Hey y'all, today we have something fun to share with you and I hope you'll stay tuned. Welcome. I'm Miss Katie. Welcome to Heritage Ways.
I'm Little Miss Homemaker.
And Little Missy is here today to tell y'all about something that she has been involved in. I really think that this is something that would interest parents and grandparents or aunts, uncles. It is an online school or an online way to take classes for children, individuals up to age 18, I believe. I may be wrong about that age, but I think it's school age. So today we want to tell you about a site called OFFoutschool.com. We want to listen to Little Missy talk about her experience, and then at the end I'm going to tell you how you can get $20 off of your first or any, I guess, class. We met Mrs. B, she's known on OutSchool, and Rhonda on Instagram, and we met her through their almond business, and in California is where they live, and she teaches also on OutSchool, and Rhonda, Mrs. B, is just a wonderful instructor. I'll let Little Missy give her take, but I want you to hear what Little Missy, what classes she took and what you did, and we'll show you some of the things that she did. What classes you took, and why do you have the hat on?
Well, I'll answer your second one first. I'm wearing the hat because I'm kind of trying to look like Anne from Anne of Green Gables.
Okay.
And that is the class I was taking. And we were able to do your hair any way you wanted or dress up, and I really like to dress up and look like Anne.
So, Anne of Green Gables. Now, how many classes did you take with Mrs. B?
2.
Okay, let's talk about how the classes work. So, the parent sets up the account for the child. I have an account for her and one for Little Music Man. And then you register for the classes that you want. And you can go to the search engine in the website and you can just type in whatever you want. Like your child wants to learn about the War of 1812 or anything, math, any book. Just go to that and search. And we used Mrs. B's classes. And the first class was what?
We were reading...
What was the title?
Well, I think it's just called Anne of Green Gables.
The first book was, the first class was Anne of Green Gables, and the second class was what?
Anne of Green Gables Heroine Society.
Heroine Society, so. And then she has another one called Anne of Green Gables Book Club.
Which is the one I want to take.
Which is the one she is saving her money to take. And by the way, tomorrow we will have a video to tell you how she is earning money for that class and other things she wants to spend the money on. And again, if you're especially a young mom, I think that you're going to be interested in that video tomorrow because Little Missy can actually help you. Y'all can help each other. But you'll learn more about that tomorrow. So, you took the classes online, and one of them, there were certain times of the day of the week for so many weeks, I think, for whatever weeks it was.
Oh, I think one of them was like 4 and the other was like 2 or 3.
Right, and so you have to have Wi-Fi because you do this online, but it is live, and you are there with other students, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And in your case, it was girls doing the Anne of Green Gables class.
So the first one, we were reading through the book. I have been reading this book for a long time, so I was really excited to get to do this. So we read through the book, and we made a journal that we cut pieces of paper and then put a ribbon, and then at the end of that class we tea stained it, which was really fun because it makes it look old. And we dried herbs to put in little pockets in the journal, and I put quotes from the book in mine.
Did Mrs. B guide you through all this?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it easy to understand her instructions?
It was very, very easy. We did some painting too. And then, like right here, I did little loops on my words to make it look more like Anne would have written, I guess.
So her instruction was easy to understand. Was she fun?
Super fun.
Super fun.
During the weeks we were reading the book.
And you have a notebook here in your lap.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay.
My Anne of Green Gables notebook is what I call it. We had to do these sheets of paper.
So, okay, kind of like reports maybe?
Yes, ma'am. On the book. And you wrote favorite quote from the chapters we read from the week. So you had to read some chapters, and then the next week when she would ask you about them, you need to know the answers. So there's like favorite quotes or 3 interesting words from the chapters, and then discussion questions, and then she asked like who is a new character from the chapters you read. So I have a bunch of these from all the ones. I have Post-it notes.
So even though you've read that book several times, you still learned things by taking this class with her?
Yes, ma'am. Especially the words, because I was reading...
Vocabulary?
Yes, ma'am. I was reading it, but I didn't know what they meant. So when we have the 3 words, she'll tell us what they mean.
Right.
And I think that really helped because... I didn't know what the words meant. I was just reading the book.
Right. And I will say, as a mother, I listen to a good portion of the classes just because of the way our house is set up. And also, our children are not allowed to take their computers off somewhere and hide and do things or whatever. But I didn't listen to every class just because I wasn't in the house for every class. But she seemed to be very understanding if a young lady wasn't able to do the homework. Yes, she was very engaging, inviting, encouraging. So I really liked that. And as a teacher myself, former public school teacher, I personally would highly recommend her and her teaching style and her classes.
Yes, because she had you read 3 chapters each week. And if someone didn't get all the chapters, if they didn't read all of them, she was perfectly fine with that. But you would need to make sure that you read them the next week so you'd know what we're talking about.
And obviously you get more out of the class if you do the homework.
Right.
Okay, so what about the second class you took, the Heroine Society?
Okay, the Anne of Green Gables Heroine Society. The theme for that class was Place of Belonging. And so we were talking about characteristics that Anne has. We talked about not really bad, but interesting characteristics that she has. Like the way she does things or the way she says things. Okay, my very favorite thing, and that was at the very end, we had what Mrs. B called a Victorian picnic. And we were supposed to dress up, and you can wear your hair any way you want or wear it down, whatever. We would bring little foods and...
like little tea party foods.
Right, and I actually made raspberry cordial from the book because I have the Anne of Green Gables cookbook, and it took a little while, but it was really good, and I loved it.
It was good. I tasted it.
Yeah, it was really good, and I actually used a teapot I have, and I used Mom's wedding dishes. I was wearing gloves that I used to use for dress up. And that was probably my favorite part out of both classes, actually.
So even though you were by yourself at your house taking this class, you didn't feel like you were by yourself.
No, ma'am, not at all.
I mean, it felt like camaraderie and fellowship, and so you really... I was surprised at how much I like the idea of the OutSchool platform and Mrs. B's classes. Now, we haven't tried other classes, but... I did purchase an exercise, a My Little Pony exercise class for my granddaughter, my 6-year-old granddaughter, and Mrs. B taught that or teaches that as well. And my son and daughter-in-law reported back, and Mrs. B reported back to me too, that my granddaughter just loved that little class too. So we look forward to taking more classes on OutSchool, and especially with Mrs. B. So we have a friend link to share with you. Now, if you were to enroll in OutSchool, you also would have a friend link and you can share. So I am going to share this friend link down below, and if you choose to go to OutSchool and you do it through this link, you will receive $20 off of a class. That's a good deal, isn't it?
It is.
She knows because she's saving her money for the next class. And also, we would receive $20 for our next class. So check out outschool.com, especially our friend Mrs. B. Rhonda's a great teacher, and I think you can tell that Little Miss Homemaker really, really enjoyed her classes with Mrs. B. We appreciate you joining us, but I'm going to ask Little Missy if she will give us, it might be hard, but what is your favorite quote from the book?
Actually, it's not very hard for my favorite quote.
Okay.
This is from Anne to Diana. It says, "If you love me as I love you, then nothing but death can part us two." And it's my very favorite quote from the whole book.
Oh, why is that your favorite?
I think it shows how much Anne really loves Diana, and I like the rhyming to it.
Okay.
Well, in parting, I guess I can read. So this is Anne, and it says, "I have so much to be thankful for." And so that's it.
All right, thanks for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow, where Little Missy is going to talk about the method, her new business, of how she is going to, and has been actually, earning money to, earning money, but specifically she is saving for the next OutSchool class that she's going to pay for herself.
Yes, ma'am.
So check that video out tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.